first to put the new units of studies, because we're updating those and making them more user-friendly for the teachers and giving them access on there. And it allows the formatting of those to be more teacher-friendly in looking at those. And it does provide a lot of other resources. But first we wanted to get the units, have people try that out, and then over time, if that becomes something that they see a value in it, then we would look at moving forward with it, because it does provide a lot of collaboration, and a lot of districts are moving forward with that.
And not only that, it's free, practically. Is that correct?
It can be free at some, if you can use it free, but if there's some upgraded features to it that you have to pay for. So you can go two ways with that.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further discussion?
Was it Ms. Fikes? Or was it a different
I
one?
had questions on this item number, but not the haiku
But
subset,
it's still the
so-
same item number.
So would you
Go
like me to? Yikes, there's a lot of money here for professional development. And so I'm wondering if we have set aside days for next year already in a master calendar for how we're going to utilize these contracted amounts? And is it going to be for the faculty in general, or is it going to be just for targeted employees?
We already have a master calendar already lined. It's on our website that CIIS has developed, and it focuses on the areas of emphasis that we came up with. We're looking at the two instructional shifts, and then we have in the area of math, we have the science, we have social studies, we have our the instructional shifts that we have involved with that. So it's all aligned to those areas of emphasis that we've developed in our committee work. The professional development days, we begin the school year, we're right into professional development of having to pull teachers out of the classrooms to do the professional development. And along with that, the schedule goes from September deep into February of professional development that's going to be going on all year.
So we will be doing pulling out rather than having 4 specific days.
Yeah, that option has gone away. Due to the budget crisis, the state did give us the flexibility to use 5 instructional days as a cost savings to the district, but we chose to be creative with those and use those for professional development, which we were allowed to do. But we can no longer reduce our school year that from the 180 days down to 175. So we don't have that flexibility. So the only flexibility we have is doing professional development during the school day,
But pull
school
out.
year. Yeah.
Pull out. Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? 5-0. Your next one, Mrs. Fikes, 3B3, page 22. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And on page 22, I just wanted to note, wow, Canyon Hills Junior High School PTA, $26,000. Spectacular. And do we get to know what they're going to use that for? Is it given with a particular purpose?
I can pull the donation form and take a look at what the items are, but typically when the funds are donated from the PTA or the boosters into the district office, we set that aside as usable funds for that school. And the principal will determine with or without the staff on how the best use of that fund will be. But typically the funds are raised with a specific purpose in mind.
Okay,
But in this case, this is a donation and not a fundraiser.
okay, thank you.
Any further discussion on that item? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? 5-0. The next item, Mrs. Fikes, 3C1, page 38. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
On page 38 and 39, it shows some schools eligible for Title I money, but it says no funding is required because it's going to have district funding, in particular Buena Vista, Don Lugo, and Chino High School. Additionally, it says Boys Republic, no low-income students, which I find difficult to believe. So, why? Why do we have district funding for the high schools, and why no low-income students at Boys Republic?
Because they get paid by the state.
I'm going to have Mary Salcido, the Director of Access and Equity, answer that for you.
Okay.
Good evening.
Let me apologize for not giving you a heads up on that, but I was late through my materials, so
Not
sorry.
a problem. Good evening, everyone. The schools that are marked are high schools. They don't receive Title I funding. We don't use Title I to support them. We use LCFF funding to support their needs. So there are identified projects that each school writes into their school plan, and our high schools use that separate funding to support the different actions and the different programs, supports that they choose. When we calculate Title I qualifications, we often want to support grade level specific needs and actions. But our high schools, putting them, most of them don't qualify for the percentage, the minimum percentage to be a Title I school. Most high schools use the percentage of 75% title or free and reduced lunch students. And so that also helps with the support for programs within the school and not qualifying as a program improvement school. So we want to be sure that we are supporting them financially, that the actions they use actually support graduation and A to G courses and AP courses and all of those activities, but without connection to federal funding of Title I, which can be much more restricting in what they need to do. So they receive the financial support as if they were receiving federal funds, but they're actually state funds.
And Boys Republic, how come there is no low-income students reported?
The students at Boys Republic are considered wards of the state and don't necessarily have that calculation because it's not associated with the financial means of their families. So even though in reality, many of them may be, many of them have the same type of support and programs as if they were a Title I student, but they are wards of the state. And so it's just a different perspective on what is provided for them is all provided by the state, but not necessarily a Title. They do receive Title I Part D,
Okay,
which is from federal funds.
okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So my next questions on page 43 and 51, both the district-related ELA goal and I think the math goal, 43 and 41. Yeah, district-related LEAP plan goal 1 says 2013 to 2014. And yet these goals are for 15, 16. So is there a reason for that?
An LEA plan has an annual addendum or a revision, and not all of the components require revision or updating, or they may have occurred at that time but are continuing. So this is actually our addendum for 2016 through 2018.
Okay,
So it's a long-term plan, but it will be revised annually.
okay.
It's just,
It was a little confusing for me.
it's a little confusing for me in my first year of writing the revision. But definitely there are some actions that will be completed or were completed at that time, but it is considered our revision of 2016 to 18, but you will see an LEA plan come up again next year at this time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No, 5-0. The next item is Fikes 3F8, page 162. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to find that. Oh, it's human resources. On the athletic director, we took out the I guess what are the terms of this job description? Is this now a full-time job? We deleted the information that said they teach 4 periods and 1 period of release, and we deleted the stipend. So is this a change and now a full-time position?
No, it still remains the same.
So why did we take that language out about the stipend that they receive as well as the hour?
The stipend is addressed in the teacher contract,
Okay.
and by practice, it allows each of the school sites to offer an additional period to the athletic director so that they can teach 6 periods, and they're not, the teaching the 4 periods and 1 release period for athletics is a minimum, and some schools require more flexibility so that they can offer an additional 0.2 for the athletic director.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. 5-0. Thank you. We are now at information items. Are there any questions? I think Mr. Cruz had one.
Yeah, just real quickly, once again, you always do a perfect job when it comes to the Williams Act. And, it's always consistent. It's always 0-0.
I work very hard at that. I go around and check every school every time, therefore I know it's coming in as 0.
Good job. Thank you.
That's why you can't cook dinner.
Good one. I'll remember that.
We're now at board member and superintendent communications. Mr. Na.
Thank you, Pat, again for all your services, and I'm going to truly miss you, but I know that you'll be with us because you're a local person, so thank you. Thank you for Mr. Joseph, and happy birthday. I think we need to have more than just a Coke. So I can talk to Pat, maybe I'll bring a cake for you.
Thank you, Mr. Nutt.
Okay.
Do you eat cake?
No.
You can watch it.
But I know people who will eat it.
Okay. Yeah. So, Mr. Joseph was at a Rancho del Chino Rotary Club meeting, and he had done a great job presenting our school district. And there were many, many people that were very proud of our school district because of our students' achievements and our teachers and our staff members. So I wanted everyone to know that our community is aware of your hard work. So thank you. I went to visited a CVLA school, and they're doing a credit recovery on this hot weather. Matter of fact, one kid was kind of falling asleep actually, and I had to wake him up. But nevertheless, they were working very hard, and they have another week to complete. And I thank the teachers and spending this very important time in their life and for our children. But they said they're happy to see their 2 weeks vacation coming, so they were happy. On a good news, our women's soccer team is our world champion now, and it was 5-2, and this was a match that I couldn't miss, and I was so proud of our girls. So 5-2 against Japan, so it was an awesome game, and we're so proud of them. On a sad note, though, today in Tennessee, our Navy Reserve Center was attacked by domestic terrorists, killing 4 of our soldiers. So I'd like to ask the president to end our meeting in remembrance of our lost soldiers at Tennessee. Thank you.
Mrs. Fikes?
I want to start by thanking Joanne for her thoughtful and precise recommendation, and know that it is also very important to me. Secondly, Pat, no one is irreplaceable, but I think you really come close to being irreplaceable. I've been here just a short